What's up, guys? Uber757 here. All Uber and Lyft drivers, go to heaven. Smash that like button. Thank you very much, especially you guys here in Hampton Roads. I appreciate it. Got some sweet and actually, not dang, I don't even know what I got. Got some chicken noodle soup actually in this bag. As you guys know, I live in Virginia Beach, but I'm here in downtown Norfolk. Ken's Walk. Just got some chicken noodle soup. I was gonna get sweet and sour chicken, but I just want to get chicken noodle soup. So got chicken noodle soup. But as I carefully back up, you guys will be able to see Ken's Walk there in the background. Should be able to see it because there it is right there. Anyway, been coming to Ken's Walk since what, 1997. So if you're in downtown Norfolk, definitely go and check them out. But this video is about just since I'm down here, a couple of things about downtown Norfolk. Downtown Norfolk is, like many places are becoming, traffic can get congested, and so when it's busy down here, you know, it can be hard to find parking. My mount is trying to come loose. It can be hard to find parking so that you can pick up your passengers. As I try to adjust this thing, if it stays, there we go. Hopefully it stays. So it can be challenging, especially if you're around the Granby Street corridor. Now here on here on 21st Street and Ghent and Colley Avenue, similar problems, but Granby Street's probably the most challenging place to pick people up because you've only got, you know, two opposing lanes, and unlike 21st Street, where I'm turning off of now, and of course down that way, Colley Avenue, it can be challenging to pick up your rideshare passengers. So what I suggest you do is the same thing that you do, which by now you should know you should do if you've been driving for a while, in the beach, for example. Do the same thing in Norfolk. If you have a customer that's somewhere and you get there and there's just no driveway and you already see things are congested, try not to add to the problem. Try to pull into a nearby driveway. Try to pull into a nearby parking lot real quick. If you see, you know, a school, as I pass Shirley Avenue here in downtown Norfolk, if you see a school, pull into that school and, you know, wait there for a minute. Try to get in contact with your passengers. Now, one thing is I'm waiting by the Chrysler Museum of Art. It is stoplight only road. One thing, of course, I got to mention, you don't want to be blocking up traffic because you don't want to get a ticket. You just don't want to bring attention to yourself. Most of the cops are pretty cool, but you might have that cop that had a bad donut day, and if you're blocking traffic, you know, you're setting yourself up to get a ticket. And the goal of being out here doing rideshare money, the goal of any job or business or whatever you're involved with, is to make yourself some money. So, you know, don't, you know, lose money over stupid stuff like getting a ticket because you're parked somewhere you know that you shouldn't be. Now, obviously, guys, you know, and I know, it's Thursday night. I'm making this video, and even right now on Thursday night, Granby Street here in downtown Norfolk is busy enough, and there's more than enough traffic here at the moment, believe it or not. I'm just trying to make this simple right-hand turn, and I'm just kind of wait for all the different vehicle and foot traffic to get out of my way. But as we roll down Granby Street here, as we're passing part of TCC, you know, again, you know, don't get yourself a ticket, but maybe pull into one of these parking spots momentarily. Already have made contact with your passengers saying, hey, I'm here, or whatever, so that you don't cause yourself troubles. Here on Granby Street, parking is tight. I'm trying to get the camera angled where I want it, but, you know, of course it don't cooperate, right? But parking is tight. You know, it can be a pain to pick somebody up on Granby Street. But if you pull into a driveway, or you maybe pull into an empty parking spot, which on the weekends, good luck with that, you know, it could be helpful in picking picking up your rideshare passengers, and explain to them, hey, you know, hey Bobby, hey Susie, whatever their name is, you know, it's really difficult down here. I don't want to get in trouble with the Norfolk police, so I'm going to meet you right around the corner from your establishment. And, you know, like I've done before with people, you know, you try to be patient with them, but like I've done before as a past Jimmy John's, you know, you let them know. And if they want to give you any sort of lip or attitude or whatever about it, you know, maybe politely explain, depending on your mood, one more time that that's something that you need to do. And if they don't understand it, you have the power of the cancel button in your hands. You hit cancel and cancel the trip, because they should understand and be able to look out and see for themselves that you are quite, you know, you're having quite the time finding somewhere decent to park and wait for them and to pick them up. And at these major hotels like the Marriott, that new Hilton right here in downtown Norfolk, you know, you don't want to block up the valet parking. You don't want to do that either. You don't want to cause a scene or a problem with the valet parking, because you don't want to make trouble for yourself and other rideshare drivers in the future with the staff of these hotels, because, you know, sometimes the staff of the hotel, you know, are helping these customers out, and, you know, they're probably suggesting, hey, you know, call a cab, hey, call an Uber or whatever. You know, you don't want to, you know, shoot yourself, me, or other rideshare drivers in the foot. And when picking up, of course, at Waterside, you know, just pull in there real quick. That's valet there, but just pull in real quick. You know, make contact with your customers. You know, maybe sit around the corner on Martin's Lane for a second or two if it's not busy. And then, you know, go and pick up your customers and then be on your merry way. And one more thing here too, real quick, guys. Baxter's right here. The light rail tracks. Don't block the light rail train tracks, because, you know, the light rail operators are highly skilled, but, you know, if you're sitting at a bad angle and that light rail is coming around the corner, that light rail operator may not see you because they have other things that they're dealing with. So don't block up the light rail tracks if you're down here picking up in downtown Norfolk. You know, you don't want to get yourself into an accident. You don't want to have to deal with Hampton Roads Transit, you know, dealing with a government agency. You don't want to have to do that. And I know Baxter's right over here is a popular place. I'm trying to get myself parked somewhere real quick. I know that, like I say, Baxter's is a popular place, but, you know, my friends, you don't want to put yourself into a situation, if possible, where you get yourself screwed. And so just if you're picking up here from Baxter's or whatever, again, try to make contact with your customers if you're picking up here on Granby Street beforehand. Don't block those light rail tracks, because you might get yourself hit or cause yourself more trouble. And I'm telling you, as a former HRT bus driver back in the day, dealing with government agencies well, if you don't know by now, it can be a pain in the ass. And whether it's your fault or not, you just don't want to put yourself in that situation. And I just want to make this video about that mainly because I know it's hard picking up sometimes down here in downtown Norfolk. Even though I'm primarily in the beach, I do pick up and drop off down here in downtown Norfolk. And I want to try to make it a little bit easier for you by, again, those suggestions: parking in empty parking lots, parking in empty school parking lots while you're waiting for your passengers, and let them know where you are. Maybe pulling into a driveway, as long as you're not blocking anybody up, not blocking the light rail tracks that are here in downtown Norfolk, and not drawing attention to yourself, so that you don't get a ticket from the Norfolk police, stuff like that. So you want to just do those things, and probably key is just, let your customer know, hey, parking's bad, I can't sit where I'm sitting long, and I know you're trying to make your money, but if they don't understand that you can't stay there long, hit cancel and move on to someone else. Especially Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, there's plenty of fish on the sea from downtown Norfolk, right by Baxter's. Uber 757. All Uber and Lyft drivers go to heaven. Like, comment, drive safe, and subscribe.